how are you all doing? Welcome to this Enlight tutorial. In this Enlight tutorial, we're going to continue with our 4-part 4-picture collage, and we're going to go on to part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, so part 1, we just completed this double exposure tutorial, and basically what we're going to end up with is this 4-piece collage with these effects as well. I thought I'd do the frog as part 2. I know I said in some of the comments I'd do a different one, but I thought I'd do the frog in part 2 because the frog is probably the easiest one. So basically you're going to have the black and white background with the frog in colour, and it's quite nice that you could use this on lots of pictures. It doesn't have to be this one. So the picture, like I said, will be in the description below, and part 1, the link to that will be in the description below, unless I can put it on the screen. Then it'll be on the screen if I can. So I'm just going to tap my screen to get my tools, and then I'm going to go to go to filters, and then I'm going to go to black and white filter, and I am going to scroll along and use this low key filter. The reason I'm using this low key filter is, if you notice, it's compared to the others, just for this image, it's softer, so it's like a softer effect, and that's what I'm looking for, this soft effect. So that's what it looked like. I'm just pressing these two squares in the bottom right corner. That's what it looked like, and that's what it looks like now. I'm just going to slide my finger along until I get the effect to between 50 and 60% applied. And then what we're going to do, we're going to tap our tools. We're going to tap our mask, and simply we're going to make sure this wipe on the left hand side is highlighted in blue by just tapping it. And then I'm just going to zoom in, and I'm going to go over the frog. So basically we're wiping away the effect, and I'm not being too careful either, because if I go over the lines, let me show you, just color all this in. Let's say I go over the lines like this. All I'm simply going to do is select apply at the bottom, and then just go around and apply the effect again. So I go back to wipe and continue wiping away the effect that we don't want. That's the black and white in this case. Like I said, I'm not being overly cautious with this, because if I make a mistake like I just did there, all I'm simply going to do is just select the apply and just apply the black and white effect back where I want it applied to. So I'm just going to go around the outline, and like I said, again, I'm not too fussed about if I go over the lines. I'm just going over the lines now, going around the outline if I can now. It's not taking too long, you can see. There's my outline done. There's the inside of the frog complete. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to click the apply button and just go around the parts that I've gone over the lines, like so. And that's how we're going to leave our frog just for now. And then we're going to click the little tick button to accept those changes. And then we're going to go to image. We're going to go to adjust. And we're going to scroll along until we find this gusto effect here. Now what the gusto does, if you look at the background here, the gusto will just smooth, just sort of grey it out a little bit, apply like a film filter, so it just makes it again a little bit smoother. And you could use others as well, it doesn't matter. This withered sometimes is quite a nice effect like this, I think. And also the ink print, if you select the ink print and just apply about 30%, but the withered, if you sort of apply quite a bit, 70% to it, it looks quite nice. But like I said, I'm just going to use this gusto. Sierra's quite good as well, it smooths it out, but for me the gusto just does it a little bit better, whilst leaving the colours here quite prominent. It sort of greys out or applies that nice film to the background to allow us to see all of the background instead of making all of the background dark. So I'm going to click the little tick button, and then all we're simply going to do now is go to filters, go to duo, and then we're just going to add this vignette to it. So where we made the background light or applied that gusto film, we're just going to ease that sort of effect in by applying a vignette. So the outers are dark, really dark, but it gets a little bit lighter as it comes into the inside, like so. And then once we're done, that's me. Simple as that. Really quick. We're going to save that out. So I'm just going to tap the button up here and then save that image out. So then let's put this into our 4-piece collage. Let's put these 2 images that we've got now. So let's go to tap the screen and go to finalize, go to collage, select the 4. So you can select the areas where you want the images, but just by tapping it. So if I want that image somewhere else, I could have it somewhere else, but I'm going to have the other image here. So it's put the frog there in the corner for me. I'm going to select the one that's diagonal to it. I'm going to go to Enlight at the bottom. Then I'm going to tap this filter, this image here. Tap it again, and then I can just pinch and squeeze and resize that image. And once we've got that, I'm quite happy with that image. Now we can leave that until we come to our next image. Obviously, either the flowers or the floating tree, whichever one I decide to do, but I will do it quite quickly. So that's where we've got to now. I will try and rotate these other 2, so you can put a 4 within a 4 if you want to. Let me just change that back. Change that back, sorry. There we go. So I'm going to try and do these other two images quite quickly as well. Follow that around quite quickly, and yeah. So that's the frog. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you very soon.